Mindrash production.
This is Football Thoughts. Red God TV.
Full-time score: Real Madrid 6, Manchester City 3. Second leg game 3-1. Kylian Mbappe show. Is that what they're calling it? The Kylian Mbappe show? I have mixed reactions to the Kylian Mbappe show. One, it's good that he got his first hat trick in the Champions League. And for me, I feel like he's finally won over the trust of the fans. For now, that is. After a lackluster and overwhelming start to the season, Kylian Mbappe seemed to have been a ghost. He seemed to be struggling a bit under the Real Madrid shirt, and he couldn't handle the pressure. But it seems like after the mid-season and Carlo Ancelotti establishing him to the system and playing a 4-4-2 formation in a game that was very crucial to City, you saw the best out of Mbappe. I believe you saw Mbappe at a very more freedom role where he's drifting in the center and then drifting in the wide in this 4-4-2 system. But it's the same system as the 4-3-3 that Real Madrid like to use. But instead of Jude Bellingham moving around in the free roam, he sticks to his position. We're never going to see Real Madrid play this formation again. I'm just going to say it. Once they get all their players fit again, you'll be seeing Valverde in the same position. You'll be seeing the same front three in the same position. Against a team like City that just holds possessional play football and plays to the side rather in the middle, it worked against a team like City. Um, I think City underestimated Carlo Ancelotti's preparation going towards this game. They didn't expect putting Valverde as the right back, which essentially, you know, held them in a very strong defensive shape, playing with Asensio and Rudiger. And City just couldn't adapt to that sort of change that Carlo Ancelotti made. Omar just couldn't be Omar and Sevilla playing the two up front, covering for Erling Haaland injury. Valverde and Rudiger did their thing dealing with those two up front. But because of City's lack of creativity and lack of intensity, they couldn't find their rhythm the whole entire game. And it's Pep Guardiola again, Pep Guardiola overthinking stuff when their star players injured. And I honestly feel like this is the beginning of a mad losing streak in terms of the Champions League for Pep Guardiola. I believe even after City, if he goes to another team and they're in the Champions League, he does not win it. Pep Guardiola will never win the Champions League ever again because it is easy to beat Pep Guardiola. It's been the most easiest to beat Pep Guardiola in his entire career because everybody knows how to play against this Manchester City team. It's not a big deal City losing anymore. They kind of lost that aura about them. And I don't believe City will ever win the Champions League again after a performance like this. They were so demoralized from the beginning to the end of the game because they just got outclassed by Real Madrid outsmarting them. And games like this prove that it's not about the managers, it's about the players. And Ancelotti saw that I have an injured right back and I do not have enough center backs and enough center mids to control this possessional play that City has. So as a manager, I'm going to manage the team and change up a few things and stick to a 4-4-2, which is something Ruben Amorim, hello, should be doing for Manchester United. But as you can see, these modern day managers, they don't have anything on the Don Carlo Ancelotti, who keeps it very simple. The 4-4-2 is the most simple and most efficient formation in football. We all know this. And when he didn't have the players that he had in the right positions, he still used the players that he had, and he still got the win. So Ruben Amorim, you have no fucking excuses, mate. You do not have any excuses of having to say you don't have the players that you need because Ancelotti had an injury crisis and put his best midfield in the right back and won the game. So please hush yourself. These these modern managers are a bunch of has-been freaks who just want to control everything based upon the game. And Carlo Ancelotti didn't want to control anything in this game, but keep the shape, keep the same philosophy, just under a different formation. See how simple that is, Ruben Amorim? Listen, City were outclassed. Real Madrid didn't play their best football, but they stuck to a professional stalemate and a professional job, and they got the win. Real Madrid barely played their best football, but in scenarios like this where they're controlling the game and not having their best players, it just shows you how managing and knowing how to coach players and manage a team goes a long way. Carlo Ancelotti is a representation of old school versus new school. And he always beats new school because he keeps it simple. Old school keeps things very simple. That's how you find pure art in the old school football. But this modernized, new systems, new team formats football has diminished the art of football because now you do not get the best out of players. Hence, you get a manifested Manchester City team like we saw last night where a manager would not allow Omar, Savinho, or the likes of Gundogan do what they need to do up front. You get situations like this. Haaland was on the bench, but the injury, they could not take a chance. Jack was on the bench. He could have played Gundogan. You could have played Jack in Gundogan's position, but Pip's ego got the best of him. In a game where Valverde was up against the likes of Omar, he could have played a Doku so that he could use a bit more pace with these fullbacks. And overall truth, Pep would have won this game if he had just lost his positional style in this 4-1-2-1-2 formation, and he should have just went for the win. Throw his tactics out the window. We're already 3-1 down. Excuse me, we're already 2 goals down. What's there for us to lose? But instead they got the late goal which meant nothing. So Pep Guardiola has himself to blame for this loss. Carlo Ancelotti proves once again that football, at its highest, simplest format, can win you the biggest games of the season. And that is the analyst for this game, for this Champions League game. We would like to thank you because this was a perfect execution of old school beats new school. Keep your football simple to the managers out there listening. Learn from the likes of Zidane, Carlo Ancelotti, David Moyes, Sam Allardyce. Learn from these simple footballers, these old school coaches, and you will manage a team in any simulation that you find yourself managing a team, and you will succeed, people, because this modernized football bullshit ain't working. We saw from last night, it don't work. Continue to see that in a game where systems matter, managers fail, and Pep Guardiola failed dismally last night. RIP Pep, this is Red God TV.